Welcome back to Morning Live. Now, 4 years after the Oscar Awards were branded Oscar So White, diversity shown in this year's Academy Award winners with civil rights dramedy Green Book among others claiming the Best Picture Oscar, and Spike Lee, Regina King, and that's Mahershala Ali also winning in major categories. Superhero blockbuster Black Panther also took home several awards, including Best Costume Design and Best Production Design. 4 years after the Oscar Awards were branded, of course, as I told you earlier, that's all what happened. Let's now get a look at the story.
The 2019 Oscars marked the 91st edition of the biggest night in film. In keeping with over a decade's tradition, the ceremony was hosted at Dolby Theatre in Hollywood, Los Angeles. From the red carpet arrivals, presenters, and performances to the nominations, winners, and standout moments of the night, the Oscars saw historic wins for diversity. This year's Oscars were the first in 30 years to be held without a host after Kevin Hart stepped down from the hosting position 3 days after it was announced that he would host the ceremony. The celebrations, however, ran smoothly, relying heavily on presenters including Jennifer Lopez, among other big names in the industry. More women and more individual black nominees won than ever before, and some of the biggest wins of the night were Spike Lee, who took home his first competitive Oscar for his incendiary race drama, Black Klansman. For the first time, 3 out of 4 top acting awards were won by non-white actors. Regina King won Best Supporting Actress for If Beale Street Could Talk and paid tribute to her mom in an emotional speech.
I feel like I've had so many women that have paved the way, are paving the way, and I feel like I walk in their light, and I also am creating my own light. And there are young women that will walk in the light that I'm continuing to shine and expand from those women before me.
Mahershala Ali won again for his supporting performance in Greek Book, a role many said was really a lead. Ali is the second black actor to win 2 Oscars following Denzel Washington, who won for Glory and Training Day. Ali dedicated the award to his grandmother. Black Panther also won for Ruth Carter's costume design and Hannah Beachler, who won the production design. They both became the first African Americans to win in their respective categories.
And the Oscar goes to
Ludwig Göransson.
Black Panther.
It was a win for Lady Gaga, who picked up the Oscars for Shallow after an emotionally charged performance with her co-star Bradley Cooper. She became part of history made by women at the 91st Annual Academy Awards. 13 women captured the Oscars on Sunday. The inclusivity of the winners on Sunday stood in stark contrast to the hashtag #OscarsSoWhite backlash that marked the 2016 and 2015 Oscars. Since then, the Academy has worked to diversify its largely white and male membership, adding several thousand new members and opening the Academy up internationally. For Switch TV, I am Marcid Womboy.
All right, I'm now joined by Mr. Ken Mwatha and John Njoka, who are content creators, and we want to do on matters Oscars 2019. Of course, the records as it is, the Black Queens was very big and very conspicuous. Nobody expected. Karibuni sana. I'll start with you because now when you talk about the Oscars already, it's something platinum. Let's use the word platinum. And from the likes of Lupita Nyong'o, who actually won this the years back, and it's been a back-to-back white affair. This time no host, but still it made sense that black people won this time round. What do you think?
Well, I do love it that black actors are finally getting the light of day. And it's amazing to see so many black actors now put in the spotlight. But what I'd have to say is they did it so on the nose. They made it obvious that we are having black people win now.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
But I mean, it's still
After so many
amazing.
complaints, because so years, but black people can really be, especially black Americans, can really go hard in such events, because now, as you know very well, they complained year in, year out, they complained, and you see, it was also a situation whereby even some people, first nominations ever, then first win. What do you think about that also?
Yeah, that was surprising, like for Regina King.
Yeah.
For the movie If Beale Street Could Talk. That was surprising. I wasn't really expecting that.
Yeah, yeah.
And you could even look at the surprise in her face. You could see
Sure.
that, wow, this is actually happening. I'm
She
actually
was
winning.
even struck saying hi to Lady Gaga. Hi, Lady Gaga. I've never seen you in person. So do you think such
Exactly.
things also kind of motivate people to keep on maybe like try, you as content creators understand it's the same ball game. There's no difference between Kenya and the US as far as content is concerned. As much as they have this bigger machinery, you guys know the drill. It's about creativity. Now, do you think now this is a ball game here that people need to now push this agenda, even here in the country?
Yeah, it's great when you see someone with a certain likeness to you actually making it out there and winning.
Yeah.
Like, as much as you'd like to say, oh, at some point the Oscars are not as relevant as they're supposed to be, but when you see that this person is winning, it gets to you. At some point you actually think, wow, I can actually do this. And even to the younger generation, the guys who are coming up, it's actually important for them to see that as much as they are in a different place or they're not as privileged as the others, they can also be given the same stage and they can achieve the same things.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's really good to see that this is happening.
Yeah, sure. Why do you think there was no host this time round?
Okay, what I heard was Kevin Hart was supposed to host
Wow.
the Oscars, but some social media stuff he did back in, was it 2010?
Yeah.
The tweets and some things he said were
About the Oscars, that is.
no,
Not
actually,
necessarily.
not even about
When
the
he
Oscars.
cheated, is it?
It was about
Homophobic.
homophobia.
Ah, okay,
He said something about his son being, so like those tweets came back up when people heard that he was gonna host the Oscars. So 3 days later, he was chucked out of the from hosting.
Backlash.
Yeah, so he there was major backlash. So I don't think they wanted to do with another host. So they just decided to do it hostless. But I actually liked it without a host. I mean, it felt more fast-paced.
Yeah,
Things
yeah.
were happening quickly, and it was more entertaining actually. Yeah.
Okay. Now you see, Oscars, when Americans themselves actually win the Oscars, it's something very big. It's like at the peak of your career, you've made it. Now, do you think it's an outright signature or an indication that indeed you're doing a good job? Because I believe there's so many dramas, movies out here that are very, very, very amazing, but they don't get that recognition.
Well, sometimes it's a good thing when you have an Oscar because it is the pinnacle of acting.
Yeah.
Or rather, acting at the big screen, that is on movies purely. But sometimes what happens is that you can get the infamous Oscar curse, in that after you get to the top, for some reason, nothing else works.
Yeah.
A good case is an actor like Cuba Gooding Jr. After he won the Best Supporting Actor for... There's a movie he did with Tom Cruise. I forget the name, but it was a sports movie.
Okay.
After that, his career, it took a dive for a while, and he really didn't recover after that. But a good thing is that sometimes, usually it doesn't occur just like that.
Okay.
For someone like Lupita, as much as she won the Best Supporting Actress award,
Yeah.
she still has a lot of opportunities. She was in Black Panther, which, by the way, won a few awards.
Absolutely.
She was also in Star Wars, one of the biggest movies,
Yeah.
the biggest franchise on the planet. So in that regard, yes, it is a good thing. It is a good thing more than it is a bad thing. Yeah.
So it catapults your career also.
Yeah, it does catapult your career completely.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We're taking a short break. When you come back, these two gentlemen will be telling us more about the performances during the Oscars 2019, and of course, Marvel Studios for the first time also had something to take home. All that after a short break. Welcome back to Morning Live, and right now I want to focus on the Mexican piece that actually scooped an award. Also, immigrants have been winning also in 2019, something also very strange, is it? Now, talking about the Mexican movie, we used to Mexican soaps, but you see they came up with a movie, yes, conspicuous subtitles. I saw the preview a little bit, but it was recognized.
Yeah. And that's the other thing that they're doing with the Oscars. They
Actually, 3 awards.
yeah,
Wow.
3 awards. He won Best Director,
Best
Best
cinematography,
Cinematography, and
best foreign language film.
yeah.
Okay, okay.
So, like, what I love that they're doing with the Oscars now is there used to be a category just for like foreign films,
Okay.
and they all used to be put together. But this time around, they've opened foreign films to all other categories. So films like Roma can now win 3 awards instead.
Wow,
Like it would
wow.
have maybe just won 1 or even none if it was categorized with other foreign film. Movies.
Yeah.
Like I think we also had a Kenyan movie that was, but was that a short film?
Subira?
Subira.
Okay.
No. Rafiki.
Rafiki.
Okay.
That was also categorized under the foreign film, but they hadn't started this method that they're doing now for putting foreign films in all other categories if they deserve so. But Roma is one actually very. It's a nice movie.
Okay.
I'd say it's a nice foreign film. It's a very slow paced, but we call them Oscar bait movies with the emotion and the drama. You know, capturing your innermost.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The lead actress wasn't even known. Her first time being on a movie, but boom, they scooped it. Now, do you think now even the amateurs, you see, you might be starting something afresh, but you actually kill it. What do you think?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens. Like in the case of also Lupita when
Yeah.
she won for 12 Years a
Absolutely,
Slave.
yeah.
When she started out, well, she had done a few other movies before, but on the bigger stage that was 12 Years a Slave, she was basically an amateur.
Yeah.
Yet she came through and she won.
Yeah.
Same thing with Roma and the lead actress. In that the actors that Alfonso Cuarón used, actors and actresses, most of them were fresh faces. No
Yeah.
one has really seen them
Yeah.
in the international market or the US market, so to speak. But here they are. You can actually see them, and they're killing it, you know.
Okay.
So it's very nice when you open up the, as my friend was saying, yeah, when you open up
You
the
say, my
categories.
co-presenter.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's very nice when you open it up to,
Yeah.
to such a large degree because, you know, now you expose everyone to the same opportunities as everyone else. And this is exactly why the diversification is really nice.
Okay.
You open up the floor to everyone else, where privilege does not exactly get you more.
Okay.
You are all on a level playing
A
field.
uniqueness also in black and white.
Oh yeah. Black and white movies are very moody, and as I say, they're movies we call Oscar bait. Basically, there's a checklist you have to they have to have. It's like is there crying? Is it dramatic? Is there heartfelt moments? Is it moving?
Exactly.
There's just some things. Then black and white brings out that. That kind
The
of
aesthetic
mood.
is
The
very-
aesthetic
Okay,
is
okay.
very
All right. Now, Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper, they performed yesterday together. And you saw the performance.
Yes.
There was some sort of connection when actually, of course, there were rumors also about them dating. But you see, at the time, Lady Gaga was actually just doing the piano, and Bradley Cooper came and sat beside her. And
Exactly.
yeah, you get the chemistry going on. Do you think the rumors are being confirmed here?
I don't know whether they are confirmed or not. It's hard to tell. This is Hollywood. Again, they could also just be acting so well that you
Wow.
actually think it's true.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
and that's the hardest thing with these actors. You really
Exactly.
never know.
You
Yeah,
never
yeah.
know.
You really
But the
never know.
chemistry was definitely there.
Yeah.
If you watched A Star Is Born, that was, as much as it's a remake of a remake of
Okay,
a remake,
okay.
the movie was actually really good. I
Okay.
watched, I enjoyed it. The music was amazing. And Lady Gaga pulled off 2 duties. She had to
Absolutely.
act, and she was also singing. And we do know
Interesting.
Lady Gaga from a singing perspective.
Absolutely.
I actually remember her from the days of when she used to wear meat dresses to all these award events and whatnot. But now when you see her like this, you're like, wow, oh my God,
Yeah,
you can
interesting.
actually sing, you can
Yeah.
act. So it's really good.
Interesting. Now, when you talk about even the rumors in Hollywood, yes, so many things happen. Some people are saying Lady Gaga is so... It's not a kind of a woman actually can sit down and date. Maybe you can talk about dating. Is it true? Because maybe people know her crazy side.
Yes.
But you see, there's also the softer side she had. Because I was surprised to watch her yesterday giving this, like a wholesome speech. She was very composed. She wasn't dramatic the way she dresses at times. You know what I mean? Do you think maybe some people just kind of do it for the public, maybe consumption?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're in Hollywood, or rather when you're in showbiz, wherever it is, could be here, could be US, could be any other place, the label companies have to craft a personality
Okay,
around you.
okay.
And for Lady Gaga, that was something that was supposed to shock. She was a complete
Yeah.
shock. though,
Yeah,
shocking
it was
you with
actually
everything.
shocking because
Her
so many
videos.
people expected her to come with some horns. You get what I mean? Eh?
Exactly.
Sometimes an eggshell or some sort. You know what I mean? Also, yeah. Okay. Now let's talk about Marvel Studios because for the first time ever, Black Panther now actually scooped it. Now, do you think also it's a good direction?
All right, I have my I have a love-hate relationship with that movie.
Okay.
It deserved some of the awards. Clearly, like costume design, that was amazing, and it would have scooped also some other ones like sound design, because I found that incredible, especially if you watched it in the cinema. But in terms of directing and the actual movie, the story wasn't really that strong, especially coming from a comic book perspective, because I do like reading comic books. I didn't find the story that strong. So some of the nominations, I felt like it was just put in there because it's a black movie.
Okay.
But that's what I have to say about that movie. I
All
think.
right.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think about the whole situation about the Marvel studios being awarded, Black Panther also recognized? Yeah, he has a love-hate relationship with the whole idea, but what do you think about it?
I partly agree with him in that it definitely deserved awards for costume design. Those costumes are amazing. Yeah, the aesthetic of the movie was really good. It was nothing we had seen for. It was really, really new. But the problem was there are a lot better movies in terms of comic movies.
Okay.
If you're really being strict about it, Black Panther, maybe not. But the good thing is that at least it is being recognized. You know, that's a step in the right direction.
Okay.
And I have to agree with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
In the coming years, we'll find something else.
Superhero animation like Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse is kind of people didn't expect it to win because now, yes, animations, not everyone is an animation enthusiast out here, but look at it, it won.
Yeah, actually that one, I had actually even told him, if that one doesn't win, I will personally go to the Oscars and give them a few words. Because one, I think that is one animation movie that captured a lot of what people, like what Hollywood should be doing. The main character is black and Spanish, and also when it won, the director and the creators actually said the award did not bring them as much joy as when they were hearing children saying, oh my God, he looks like me, or he talks like me, or he's going through the same things that I'm going through, like with school and things like that. That was one incredible movie when it came to that. And also the imagery. Oh, that movie was beautiful in terms of how it was created, the animation, the scenes, the colors. It just popped. That is one movie they did right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moonlight and Green Book. Mashallah Ali, of course, someone very instrumental, a very common figure also in the film industry, movie industry. What do you think about his consistency? Because he's been winning big time.
Mashallah Ali has been putting in work for a while. He has been. He's one of the best actors right now. And especially when he won for Moonlight, I actually watched Moonlight, and Moonlight was my best movie of 2017. I really liked that movie. As for Green Book, it was especially surprising for me that it won Best Picture. I had actually wagered that it would be either Bohemian Rhapsody or Black Klansman.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the two. Especially because, you know, the Spike Lee snub over this past several years. But for Green Book, I was like, oh, okay, this is good. Okay. Yeah, it was amazing that he won. Okay. I mean, he's a great actor if you look.
All right.
He's amazing.
All right. We have some few minutes to go, but again, let's localize these Oscars.
Yeah.
You know, you also have Oscars in the country. You have Kalash Awards. You can name them.
You have Kalash Awards, there was the Kisima Awards, there was a Sondeka Awards, Sondeka online content and whatnot. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, when you talk about cartels, I'm sorry, guys. We just have like 3 minutes to go, but what happens, man? Because you guys are content creators. I believe creativity is also part of this game. So what happens? Submission to nomination, from nomination, telling guys to vote for me. Is it the process?
Yeah. That's the same process.
That's the same process.
Although I would say that as a country that is still, you know, it's in its infancy in terms of this industry, we have a while before we get to where the Oscars are. But I still like the direction.
Okay.
Yeah, films like Subira
Okay.
and Rafiki,
Yes.
and the film by Likarion Wainaina, Supermodel, which was an excellent film.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do win awards. They have won local awards. They have won awards abroad, and it's nice to see where they're going.
Wow. What do you think about our local scene?
Sorry. Our local scene, actually, it's amazing. I think I'd have to say one of my best movies was Subira, especially in terms of cinematography, the color, the story. It was just amazing, and we had the opportunity to meet the crew and the cast. They're amazing people as well.
Okay.
And that movie deserves all the awards that it can get.
Okay.
It's one, if I had to rank it, it's my #1 movie right now, followed by Supermodo. Like, those are my best locally made movies, yeah, and I think they deserve to be up there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now back to Oscars, of course, we had the highs and lows. Regina King was actually just tripped when she was going to receive an award, and she didn't actually fall. But the thing is, Chris Evans, now in this situation, came and of course helped her to receive and just to bring her up the podium. Now the support system was there on the ground, but still people said he's the best gentleman.
Captain America.
Yeah,
all
It
day,
is
every
Captain
day.
America.
Yeah, tell us more about that now. Yeah, being a gentleman and everything. Yeah, what are your thoughts actually?
Well, I mean, who else was going to do that? I mean, it's Captain America. It's Chris Evans.
Yeah,
What else is going to do?
okay.
Yeah.
So he came like, okay, I understand what you mean.
And I would wager there were actually more dramatic events.
Okay.
Like, remember when Spike Lee won and Samuel L. Jackson completely lost it.
Wow.
And Spike Lee went and jumped and
Jumped on
hugged
him,
him.
yeah.
Because, I mean, this was 30 years in the making
I
for
know,
Spike Lee.
Yeah. Quite a while. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming to the studio. This is actually Baptism by Fire, discussing, and trust me, this show belongs to producer Faith McKenna. She's so instrumental. She was so instrumental for the questions and everything. Thank you so much for coming. But for the cartels, please, let's try and maybe, I think, is it working hard or maybe just trying to reduce? You said we're in Kenya. What did you mean, man?
This is Kenya.
Yeah.
Cartels exist, but eventually they will be toppled.
Okay,
Okay,
let's hope so.
Yeah.
All right. We're not taking a short break. When we come back, it was quite a journey. Oscars 2019. We're talking about the health issues. Remember, the students are up in arms, talking about CS Amina Mohammed's sentiments about students being arrested, or former students who actually were loaned by the board, that indeed your days are numbered. So all that after a short break.